What's going on, everybody? Gormy here. Today I've got a brand new tactic for you guys called the Dreadnought. It is a 4-1-2-2-1 asymmetric. It's a very interesting tactic, very good tactic, and I might say overpowered as well. I have collabed on this tactic with one of my buddies, S&G. I call him Snuggy. We were messing around with this tactic one night because I used it with a for fun Newcastle save that I was doing, and we ended up trying to tweak it around, and I've been testing it for like the past 3 days a hell of a lot. And this is as close to perfect as I think we are able to get it, but it is absolutely phenomenal, and you guys will see why within these tests that we have done with Liverpool, Benfica, and Real Sociedad. I've tested it multiple times, like I said, and they have won multiple trophies, have broken multiple point records. It's very impressive what this tactic can do, but that is what we will be going over in today's video. If you guys do happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. Also, I will be linking this tactic down below in the Discord. That is where you guys will be able to download this tactic at. And also, I will be linking my Twitch down below as well if you guys would like to check me out over on Twitch also. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So now, like I said, this tactic is called the Dreadnought. It is a 4-1-2-2-1 asymmetric. Very solid, covers the entire field essentially. It is borderline total football. It's a very fun tactic to use. I've used it in online drafts, I've used it in my personal saves, and I enjoy the heck out of it. It is a very fun tactic to use. Has some rules that I usually do not use that often, such as inverted wingbacks. I absolutely love inverted wingbacks now, but yeah, starting up top, we've got a pressing forward on attack with passing shorter on. We've got an attacking midfielder on attack with more direct passes, take more risks, cross more often, dribble less, run wide with ball, shoot more often, and move into channels. We've got a winger on attack with more direct passes and shoot less often. We have an inverted winger on attack with pass it shorter, take more risks, cross more often, shoot less often, sit narrower, and tackle harder. We've got a central midfielder on support with pass it shorter, take more risks, cross more often, dribble more, run wide with ball, shoot less often, get further forward, roam from position, and close down more. We have a defensive midfielder on support with take more risks, dribble less, shoot less often, close down more, and tackle harder. We have two inverted wingbacks on automatic, so that means it will go to whatever mentality you are playing with this tactic. And in this case, it is an attacking mentality, so these are inverted wingbacks on attack. You can also play it on support as well by just going to positive or balanced, and they will go to inverted wingbacks on support. But both of them have take more risks, dribble less, shoot less often, close down more, and tackle harder. And the central defenders on defend have take fewer risks, stay wider, close down less, and ease off tackles, while the sweeper keeper on support was left as is. So as you can see, this is a very detailed tactic. In my opinion, you do need the right players to perform in these roles for this tactic to be successful at the very top level for itself. Top clubs such as Liverpool, Benfica, Real Sociedad, kind of those like top 6 teams this tactic is perfect for. But if you are at a lower side, such as like, I don't know, a Norwich, a Union Berlin, or I don't know, maybe even playing in the championship with Fulham, you will be able to use this tactic, but you will need to make sure that you have the right players to do it, so you may have to bring in some players while you are trying to attempt to use this tactic. But getting into the tactical style, we play with an attacking mentality When we are in possession, we are fairly wide. We overlap on the left and the right and play out from the defense. We work the ball into the box. We have shorter passing directness, extremely high tempo, and we are more expressive. When we are in transition, we counter press and counter, and we roll the ball out. And then when we are out of possession, we have a much higher line of engagement, a standard defensive line, standard defensive width. We use tighter marking and have a much more often trigger press, aka much more often pressing intensity. So, I mean, you can see how widespread this tactic is. It covers basically the entire pitch, especially with the player roles that we have. Not necessarily the roles, but the instructions on those roles. It is a very, very solid tactic. The set piece tactics are the elite set piece tactics I use essentially with every single tactic that I do here on the channel. So they will be a part of this tactic, and they will also be linked in the Discord as well for you guys to download. But now let's see how Liverpool, Benfica, and Real Sociedad did in the competitions, as well as how the players did overall as well. All right, so first, here we are with Liverpool. They ended up winning the Premier League on 98 points, so they were a point away from tying their league best of 99 points, which in one of my tests that I did with them, they hit that point total of 99 points. If they had beaten Southampton towards the end of the season in this test, they would have hit 100 and tied Man City, who are the Premier League record holder for most points. But they ended up finishing with 98, still very, very impressive. And then they also won the Carabao Cup, so they got a domestic double. They unfortunately got knocked out in the quarterfinal by PSG in the Champions League, which PSG went on to win the Champions League. And they got knocked out early in the FA Cup, which is disappointing. But overall, I am happy with how Liverpool did, especially being able to focus more on the league and almost breaking the point total for the league record, which, I mean, 98 points, very, very impressive. But getting into the team overview side of things, Liverpool scored 109 goals, which is absolutely awesome. The next highest was 85 by Arsenal. Most shots for, we had them with 763. Few shots against, we were in fourth with 371. Best pass completion, we were not in. However, we are in most possession with 51% and seventh. Most tackles won, we were in fourth with 668. Most dribbles made, we had 486, finishing top. Most clean sheets, we had 18, one less than Manchester United. And we had the fewest conceded goals in a three-way tie between us, Man City, and Man U, all of us conceding 30 goals throughout the season. But getting into the player overview side of things, Mo Salah had 34 goals, leading the league. Most assists, Trent Alexander-Arnold went 19, one less than Martin Odegaard. Most shots, we had Mohamed Salah in there in fourth. Most player of the match performances, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah joint fourth with 7. Most key passes was Trent Alexander-Arnold with 188. That is very impressive. Best pass completion, we were not in. Most tackles won, also we were not in, nor were we in dribbles. But clean sheets, we were. Alisson was in third with 15, and fewest conceded, he was joint fourth with David De Gea and Ben Foster with conceding 30 between all three of them. But yeah, very, very impressed with how Liverpool performed. Very, very happy with how they did overall. I mean, 2 points away from tying the overall record for points in the league and 1 point away from tying their league best for the club. So very, very happy with that. Once again, they won the league and they won the Carabao Cup. Now on to the next club. That next club being Real Sociedad. I absolutely love testing with this team. What the team is capable of doing is very, very impressive. You need to have the right tactic for sure, though, for them to win the league, and we have done just that. They have won the league on 89 points, and they were runners-up in the Spanish Cup and got knocked out in the semifinal of the Europa League. So very, very impressive season from them. I really like what they were able to do. I mean, beating out Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid for the title, very, very impressive and not easy to do. Now, team overview wise, most goals, they had 98 league goals. Next highest was 86 from Real Madrid. Most shots was Real Sociedad with 751. Fewest shots against, they were in fifth with 332. Best pass completion, they're in eighth with 89%. Most possession in eighth once again with 53%. So they had better possession than Liverpool, which is surprising, but just slightly. Most tackles won, they were in first with 674. Most dribbles made, they were not in. Most clean sheets, Real Sociedad in a four-way tie between Atletico, Pamplona, Mallorca, Real Sociedad, and Sevilla. They all had 14. And then fewest conceded, they were in fourth by conceding 41 goals. So overall, very solid performance. Then we get to the player overview side of things. Alexander Isaac and Mikel Oyarzabal, I believe that is how you say it. They both had 18 league goals, which is nice to see, combining for 36 goals between two attackers in this tactic. That is very, very nice. Great balance right there. Adnan Januzaj had the league's most assists with 20. Next highest was 13 for Memphis Depay. So he was on one with this tactic. Then in third was Nacho Monreal as the inverted wingback on the left side. That is pretty impressive from Nacho Monreal, the 36-year-old. And then most shots, Alexander Isaac was in second. And then for most player of the match performances, Alexander Isaac in there once again. And third, tied with Nabil Fekir with 6. Most key passes, Adnan Januzaj with 162. That is very, very nice. Best pass completion, we are not in. Most tackles won, however, we are with Nacho Monreal in third with 94 tackles won. And Andoni Gorozabel with 86. So that's very nice to see. Those are both the inverted wingbacks, by the way. Most dribbles made, we were not in, but however, we were in most clean sheets with Alex Romero in fifth with 13, and fewest conceded, we were not in. But overall, very, very happy with the way that the team performed. Once again, they won the league, got to the semifinal of the Europa League, and were runners-up in the Spanish Cup. So very happy with that performance and very happy that they were able to win La Liga because it is not an easy thing to do. But now on to the final club. All right, so final club is Benfica. Benfica were absolutely phenomenal throughout all of these tests. They usually, I think, every single time won the league. And it is no different here. They won the league on 91 points. Porto, the next highest point total-wise, with 76. Unfortunately, in this test, they got knocked out in the qualifying games for the Champions League, and they got knocked out in the first round of the Europa League. They did, however, in one test get as far as the semi-final in the Champions League. So this tactic can really, really help a team overachieve in some ways. But they got a domestic treble, which is awesome. They won the league, they won the Portuguese Cup, and they won the Portuguese League Cup, which is not easy to do, sweeping all three of those trophies. But getting into the league side of things for the team overview, they had the most goals in the league with 105. Next highest was Porto at 85. So this tactic, very, very potent with scoring goals, as two clubs scored over 100 goals in the league, and almost all three, as Sociedad had 98, so right on the border of that. Then they had the most shots for with 741. Fewest shots against, they were in third with 316. Best pass completion, they were in fifth with 89%. Most possession in fourth with 54%, so they had even better possession than Real Sociedad. Most tackles won, they were in sixth with 465. Most dribbles made, they were in seventh with 340. Most clean sheets, they had 18, and fewest conceded, they only conceded 23, which was 8 less than the next club. So, I mean, overall, they absolutely dominated the league. They were very, very good. Benfica is supposed to finish second, and majority of the time they do finish second, but with a tactic like this, they just totally dominated Liga NOS. They were very, very good. But getting into the player overview side of things, for most goals, Darwin Nunez had 22 and Pizzi had 19. They were second and third. Then we get into assists. Alex Grimaldo was in third with 15. Rafa joint fifth with 11. Most shots, we've got Darwin Nunez in second with 129. Most player of the match performances, Alex Grimaldo in third with 9. Pizzi in fourth with 5. And Darwin Nunez in seventh with 4. Most key passes, Alex Grimaldo in second with 146. In fourth, Joao Mario with 103. Best pass completion, we were not in. Most tackles won, we were not in either. Nor were we in most dribbles made. But most clean sheets, Vlachodimos had 17. And he was the top goalie for fewest conceded by only conceding 22 goals. So overall, Benfica absolutely dominated. They were very, very good overall team play from all three of these clubs. I mean, it really shows that it essentially is total football, and your team will outright dominate the league, especially if you're using a top 6 club. They will outright dominate. This is a very, very good tactic. I highly, highly recommend using it, whether you're doing online drafts or in your save. It is a very, very solid tactic to use, but now let's see how it performs within the match engine. All right, so there we have it. That is the Dreadnought tactic. Very, very good tactic. I absolutely love watching it within the match engine. I love using it. It is a very, very solid tactic. I hope you guys give it a go. Let me know how you guys get on with it down below in the comments. Like I said, I will be linking this in the Discord that is linked down below in the description. So make sure to check that out if you guys want to download it. Or you guys can just copy it straight from here. But yeah, I'll also be linking my Twitch down below as well. So if you guys did happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as subscribing is 100% free. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.